Winnipeg, we are back and it's opening night in Edmonton. We're going to jump into this first game, sim a couple periods, and if it gets pretty close and interesting towards the end, we might watch the last few minutes or so. But let's jump into this game and see what happens. And the first goal of the season is scored against us by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins from Victor Arvidsson and Brett Kulak. This is not a very good start. And the next goal is scored, our first goal of the season is scored by Gabe Vilardi from Jake McCabe and Cole Perfetti. At least we tied it up. And that did not last long. Connor McDavid answers right back a few minutes later from Kulak and Leon Draisaitl. And there's a 2-minute penalty on Jake McCabe, and that did not take long. About 30 seconds in, there was a goal by Evan Bouchard from Joey LaLegia. And we're down 3-1. This is not a very good start to the season. And it's 4-1. About 2 minutes later, Jeff Skinner scores from Perry and Lane Peterson. This is getting out of hand very quickly. We answer right back about 30 seconds later. Zach Aston-Reese from Colton Sissons and John Klingberg. This game is going to be wild. And about 14 seconds later, Zach Hyman scores from Draisaitl and Kulak. It is now 5-2 Edmonton, just over halfway through the first period. And about 45 seconds later, Kyle Connor scores from Nikolai Ehlers and Jake McCabe. It is 5-3 Edmonton. And we have our second penalty. Adam Lowry is 2-minute minor for a hooking. Let's try to stop them on the penalty kill here. Penalty kill is over, and we managed to keep them from scoring for once. And with less than a minute to go in the first period, Kyle Connor scores a second goal from Nikolai Ehlers and Adam Henrique, and the score is 5-4 Edmonton. That is the end of the first period. The score is 5-4 Edmonton. Edmonton is also leading shots on goal, 22-19. Let's see what the second period brings. There's the sixth goal for Edmonton. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins from Derek Ryan and Dylan Sandberg. It is 6-4. About 7 minutes into the second period. There's a 2-minute minor against Brendan Carlo for interference. That's our third penalty of the game. Let's try to kill this one off. And they score their second power play goal. Zach Hyman unassisted. It is 7-4 Edmonton. With less than 1 minute left in the second period, Vasily Podkolzin scores from Connor Brown and Matthias Ekholm. It is 8-4 Edmonton. 8 goals on 36 shots for Edmonton. This is not how I wanted opening night to go. Here we are at the end of the second period. The score is 8-4 Edmonton. Edmonton has 38 shots on goal to our 24. That is not very good, but we're going to start the third period and we'll see what happens. And there's a penalty against Edmonton, a 2-minute minor interference on Lane Peterson. Hopefully our power play can get one back here. We answer back finally with our fifth goal from Adam Henrique from Kyle Connor. We're still losing 8-5, but there's still half the third period to go. It's not over yet. We'll see. And there's a 2-minute minor hooking on Connor McDavid. Hopefully this power play can score because our first one did not, so let's see. And we score on our first shot on this power play from Josh Morrissey from Kyle Connor and Adam Henrique. It's 8-6 with 8 minutes to go in the third. There's the 9th goal for the Edmonton Oilers. Leon Draisaitl unassisted with 4.5 minutes to go in the third. Here we are. We're going to try to watch a very slow last 2 minutes of the third period. We're losing 9-6. Edmonton has 48 shots on goal to our 30, and they have 9 goals. This was not a complete disaster, but I tried to build the team for a little more defense, which that certainly did not happen. But I hope Edmonton is just that good in this game that we can recover and be a much more balanced team going forward. And Bouchard has the puck on the blue line, slowly waiting for Hyman to go back. Bouchard, there's a shot on goal. It's missed. Aston-Reese giving chase. And that is the end of the game. And we lose opening night 9-6. That was a rough game. It was 9-6. Winnipeg, let's see. That was a wild first period. Edmonton had 5 goals to our 4. They scored 3 in the second and 1 in the third. That was crazy. No, how long did Connor Hellebuck? Skinner was in. He gave up 6 goals on 30 shots, but Connor Hellebuck 6 goals on 26 shots, a 769, and an 864 for Eric Comrie. Give up 3 goals. My goodness, I hope that is not a future sign of how the season is going to go. Alright, we're back here, and one thing I did forget to look at was the owner goals. It was to acquire a player born in Manitoba. It is active, so we're going to have to see kind of about how that goes through the season. We have until the last day of the next 2 years, which I believe is, our contract is 3 years, so we have 2 years to try to find that player. It's active. It should be pretty easy. Maybe we can even draft one. But we did lose our opening night game to Edmonton 9-6, so we're just going to keep simming ahead. I will sim ahead 1 week, and we'll bring it back. So here we are. It's only Saturday, but we have an email here. The media praises Nikolai Ehlers after the win. And I'm more of a team first kind of person, so we're going to emphasize the team effort and do not single out his play. And we'll go back to finishing the week. So here we are, it's the end of the week. It is Monday, and we have another email. The media praises Hellebuck after the win. I'm going to emphasize the team effort once again because we are pretty good defensively. Not too many other emails here other than the media praises Nikolai Ehlers, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete those. We'll look at the schedule and see how we did. So after losing opening night 9-6 to Edmonton, we beat Chicago 6-1. Let's kind of see what we did there. Niederreiter 3 points, Faxa 3 points, Stanika 2 points. How did we do on the power plays and penalty kills? Ooh, we were 0 for 3, but we held them to 0 for 5. That wasn't too shabby. And then the next game, we shut out the Minnesota Wild 2-0. A goal from Kyle Connor and a goal from Scheifele. Both in the third period. How were the special teams? 0 for 2 and 0 for 2. Might have to check that 3 games in, but that's not too bad. I like the defense on the penalty kill. We haven't allowed a power play goal in the last 2 games, but we have not scored a power play goal, which isn't too bad. We're doing okay for the first week of the season. And let's go ahead and sim ahead 1 more week. And here we are on Monday, October 21st. There was a small injury that happened. Mark Scheifele. Shoulder soreness day to day, but he is doing pretty well. Let's see what happened this week. We beat the San Jose Sharks 8-5. 4 points for Scheifele. Velarde 5 points. Peak 2, nice. Hat trick for Mark Scheifele. 4 assists from Velarde. Let's check the special teams. See how we're doing there. 0 for 1 on the power play, but our penalty kill again. That's like 3 straight games that we've shut down the opponents on the power play, which is what I like. We just got to get that power play going for us. And then our next game, we did lose to Pittsburgh, so overall we are 3-2-0, which isn't too bad. Henrique 2 assists, Malkin 2. We did have a power play goal, but we did give one up to Crosby, which isn't too bad. 1 power play goal in 4 games isn't too bad. We did score, which is what I like to see. And there were no overly important emails, so we're just going to go ahead and delete all of those. Scheifele still injured day to day, and we're going to sim ahead another week. Alright, we're back here. It's only Thursday. We've only simmed ahead a few days, but we do have a suspended player, Gabriel Velarde. What happened? Only 1 game remaining, so we're just going to go ahead and switch in Noel Gunler for this 1 game today. We'll just go ahead and sim to the next day. See if we can beat Seattle. And we lose in regulation. So we're going to go ahead and put Velarde back in there. And we will finish simming out this week. We're back here. It is Monday, October 28th, 2024. We have a game against the Toronto Maple Leafs today. I see some trades in the emails. Anders Lee for a second. That's a pretty good trade. Detroit, Eric Gustafson for a 5th. That's kind of okay, I suppose. Another trade. Magnus Hellberg for a 4th. Any other? Quinn Hughes has a great game. 5 assists. Wow, what are his ratings? My gosh. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and delete those emails. We'll check. We are 4-4-0. We have lost a couple games there. We beat St. Louis 3-1. 0 for 2 on the power play, but they were 0 for 3 on the power play. So our defense is really coming in handy for us. We just have to score more goals. We did lose, though, 2 games in a row. Seattle and Calgary. They were 0 for 4 on the power play. Our penalty kill's doing its job, but we were 0 for 2. We're going to have to adjust that probably once November 1st comes around. We'll check the actual team stats and see what we need to fix. See if we can shuffle around the power play. And we lost 2-1 to Calgary in regulation. We were 0 for 3 on the power play, but they were 0 for 2. We really need to fix our special teams, the offensive special teams. But let's go ahead and sim to November 1st. So here we are. We just simmed ahead one day. As you can see, we did beat Toronto in regulation 4 goals to 3, I'm sorry. Ooh, we scored 1 power play goal. Nice, 1 for 4. And the Maple Leafs 0 for 3 on the power play. That was our special teams. The penalty kill is fantastic, but we do have a few problems here. Delayed treatment, torn bicep, Kyle Connor out 2 to 3 months. We will not delay that. And the next one, Morrissey involved in off-ice incident. All the criticism. You know what? It's early. Josh Morrissey, he's one of our leaders, so we're going to defend him, and we'll just take the hit with the media. We'll see what happened with that. Info. Where's Josh Morrissey? Well, it's still neutral, so that's not too bad. Oh, this is rough. This is going to kill our season right here. Still doing well. And Kyle Connor. What line was he on? Our first line left wing, Connor. He had 12 points in 9 games, a +2. Nemesnikov, no. We're going to have to put in Noel Gunler. He has better offensive stats. So, Noel Gunler it is. Kyle Connor to the injured list. There it is. Okay. Anyone on waivers to pick up? No. So, let's go here. Noel Gunler counterattacking forward. We'll just do this quick right now. You can do it with me. Some issues handling criticism. That's fine. His strongest is his playmaking. Okay. So, Noel Gunler. Setup man is a 10. Yeah, I could see that. Okay. We'll put Noah Gunler as the setup man. Counterattacking forward, that could work too. So we're going to have him pass a little bit. We're not going to have him shoot too much. We will have him attack just to keep up with Adam Henrique and Nikolai Ehlers there. Power play, Gunler's in. Yep. Penalty killing, everything's fine. And the 4-on-3, Ehlers, Scheifele, Velarde. Noah Gunler's. Yep. First line. You know what? We're going to move John Klingberg up. There we go. And we do not want Gunler on the first. We need put Ehlers up there so we can get our best players up there in overtime. I think that takes care of it. Let's go ahead and sim to November 1st. So here we are. It's Friday, November 1st. We had a trade a few days ago. Glenn Gowden for a 4th. Nothing too special. The top selling jerseys, Hellebuck. Yep. Development. Here we go. Anyone develop with a training for the Jets? Gunler, Cole Perfetti, puck handling, +1. Nice. There we go. He has 7 points in 10 games. He's a +9. Nice. That's the kind of growth we want. He's only 22. So that is very good. If he goes up by 1 every month, he'll be good next year. Evan Bouchard and Mark Giordano. Wow. 41-year-old Mark Giordano in Vancouver, the second highest jersey selling in October. Morgan Riley and Frederick Anderson are your players of the month. Let's go ahead and do the monthly budget now while we're at it. See how many, we do have 5 home games again, so we're not really going to adjust. We'll leave it at 3%. Scouting and morale are going to be good right there. Anyone on waivers to pick up? No. Let's see how we did with the last week of October. We beat Toronto. We looked at that game. We beat Detroit 8-3. 3 assists for Klingberg, 3 points Niederreiter, 3 points Henrique. We scored 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 goals in the third period. Noel Gunler, all right, Scheifele and Pionk, nice. And our special teams, oh, they were 2 for 2 on the power play. That's rough. We were 0 for 1 on our power play. But, all right, let's check scouting. Any tournaments? We do have 3 tournaments, so we're just going to go ahead and quickly assign these 3 scouts. I try to scout potential more than ability. The watch list. Ooh, I actually forgot about this. Who's this player? 21 years old. We might be able to sign him. Who's this player? T. Wong. What's his? Trevor Wong. That's pretty good. Let's check out this development screen. Nothing. Most likely because he's not on my team. So let's look at the info. We're 3rd in goals, tied for 3rd with 42 goals. We're 1st in goals per game. Our power play is 30th at 12.5, and our penalty killing is 14th at 83. Point leaders, Scheifele 12, Connor 12, and Velarde 11. So Scheifele, Connor, and Velarde. Yep, there's Scheifele, and then Connor and Velarde. So not too bad. Team data, nothing special. Harmony, this is going to be rough. I'm not even going to do this because if I do, chances are it'll backfire and it'll just create more problems. So I'm just going to let it go as is. Job security is pretty good. Here we had a -5 for that. We were doing well and then the -5, but we got that +1 back. So let's go ahead and sim up until Monday. We did the scouting, we did the finances. And let's see how we do on this game here on Friday, November 1st, just to see if we have to make another change to our power play. So here we are, we simmed today. We did beat Columbus 3-2 in regulation. Let's check our power play. We were 1 for 4. At least we scored 1, and we were 1 for 3 on the penalty kill. Not the best, but at least we got a power play goal. Our confidence, the fans are satisfied. No need to worry about your job. Well, that's good. Trade Isaiah George, 20-year-old left defenseman, for a 2nd-round pick. That's not too bad. 6 feet, almost 200 pounds. Anyone on waivers to pick up? No. So let's go ahead and sim ahead to next week. And here we are, Monday, November 4th, and we crushed the Tampa Bay Lightning 7-2. 3 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third. A hat trick for Henrique. We shut out Tampa Bay on the power play, and we scored another power play goal. That was good. Vasilevsky got 7 goals against. Wow. That should be just a win by itself. But nice way to start off November with these 2 huge wins. Got that trade. Memorable game for Adam Henrique. 3 goals, 1 assist. All right, we'll go ahead and delete all these. We got all the important messages. And even with all of this disruptive hostility, we still beat the Lightning and Vasilevsky 7-2. Let's check our power play. 14th. Our power play is 15.6%, tied for 25th. Let's go ahead and try to make a few changes. Let's check Hellebuck's stats actually first. Connor, he's 8-4-0 with 1 shutout, 271 and a 908. Not the best, but certainly good for us. We are overall 8-4-0. I believe we are 1st, I think, in our division. Yep, we're first in the West. In the... which, I forget what division this is. But we are first by 2 points, although Nashville does have a game in hand. We have a game in hand on Chicago, but we're 2 points ahead. Look at the standing. I thought Nashville and Colorado were going to be our main competitors. Nashville's there, but Colorado's 4-8-0. We've only played, 10% of the season? That's probably very wrong, but probably by about the trade deadline, maybe the end of March, they'll be right back up. They're probably second or third or even first because they have the team to do that. But if we're off to an 8-4-0 start, almost just as good as the real NHL, let's hope we can keep this going. So back to our lines, the power play. Let's move Scheifele up to that first line center, put Henrique down, maybe take Gunler off for... let's do Cole Perfetti. I think Noah Gunler might be slowing us down there. So we have Ehlers, where's Mark Scheifele? Yeah, put him here. And then the penalty kill, alright, so it's not too bad. Let's put Faxa up with Sissons. And let's change... Let's put Peak on the first pairing with Jake McCabe just to see what happens. Then we'll start there. Then we will go ahead and sim one more week. We're back. We beat Utah 2-0. I did forget to do one thing with the goalie rotations. I will get that in a minute. But we were 0 for 4 on the power play. But we did shut out Utah on 3 power plays. So at least we're scoring 5 on 5. But our special teams on the power play is horrible. Media praises Hellebuck. Well, it was a team effort. We scored 2 and he shut him out. That's a whole team effort. But one thing I did forget to do, we do need our backup to play a few games. So we're going to leave Hellebuck in there against the division rivals, but now we can start getting Eric Comrie a few games up in there. Away, he can start that one. I'll just go through and do the whole month here so we don't have to worry about it again. 19 Pittsburgh, Comrie can start because we have a back-to-back game here. I think this is our first back-to-back of the whole season, November 22nd and 23rd. And then back to Minnesota, the starter, yeah. Kings, Vegas, and December 1st, Dallas, St. Louis. Against Vegas, I'm going to give Eric Comrie the start right there just to get him a couple because Hellebuck has played 13 games already. And let's go ahead and finish simming the week. And here we are, Monday, November 11th. There was a trade, a third round for Jansen Harkins. Not too bad. That's a pretty good two-way forward, more defensive, I suppose. And we'll have a look at how the week went for us. We beat Utah 2-0. We beat Colorado 4-1. Not too bad. 0 for 2 on the power play, but we held Colorado scoreless on their power play. And what was the other game? We lost to Dallas 4-3 in regulation. We gave up 3 goals in the first period. That was rough. We were 0 for 1 on the power play, but they were 0 for 2. Our special teams is horrible on the offense. We do actually have some happy faces here. That's good. We'll see what the Harmony was doing. It's open hostility, but we still keep winning, so that's good. It's going to take 4 to 5 months to clear all that, but Josh Morrissey is supposed to be a leader. I'm not sure if it said in the email what happened or if there was just an off-ice incident, but I don't know. But we have point per game player in Henrique, Velarde, and Scheifele, so that's what I was looking for, the top line and the top 6 forwards are holding it down offensively. And we do have a couple of shutouts this season, so our defense and our penalty kill are doing their job. Yep, 2 shutouts already for Connor Hellebuck. So let's go ahead and sim the next week. So here we are, Monday, November 18th, another week gone. No real big emails, so we're going to go ahead and delete those, and we'll take a look at what happened during this past week. We lost to the New York Rangers in regulation. They have a very good team, so that's not really surprising, but 0 for 2 on the power play again, but our penalty kill came through. We got to fix that somehow. I don't know if it's line changes, if it's finding another forward or what, but that is bad. Then we bounce back with another 5-2 win against the Lightning. 2 in the first, 3 in the second. 2 goals for Gunler, nice. Let's see, 0 for 4 on the power play, but again, we shut him out on the penalty kill, so I don't know what's going on there. I made a lot of trades for defense and set it up, and it's working, but our offense on the special teams just can't score. And then we finally get an overtime loss to the Florida Panthers, 4-3. And we were 0 for 1 on the power play, and we finally gave up another power play goal against the Panthers. See how the injuries are doing. 2 to 3 weeks for Logan Stanley. Probably gonna trade him away. What's his contract? Yeah, we'll probably trade him away once he's healthy. Connor's still 1 to 2 months. And this is Jared Anderson Dolan. Yeah, I'm gonna probably send him down to the minors in a couple weeks. We don't really need him. Our team is doing pretty well here. So let's go ahead and sim another week. Alright, here we are, Monday, November 25th. No real important emails, so we're just going to go ahead and delete all those, and we'll have a look at what happened during the week. We bounce back. We lose to Florida in overtime, but then we bounce back with a 6-0 shutout win. A hat trick for Nikolai Ehlers. We score 4 in the second. We were 2 for 2 on the power play. That's good. That's what I like to see there. But it was against Spencer Knight, not Sergei Bobrovsky. And the Panthers were 0 for 3. That is the most perfect power play penalty killing night I could have ever hoped for. Let's look at the next game. And we lose 6-3 to Pittsburgh. First game of a back-to-back. Nothing too special there. Oops. 0 for 2 on the power play and 1 for 2 on the penalty kill. You can't have a 100% penalty kill, but then we bounce back and win 3-1 against our divisional opponent, the Nashville Predators. So after a hard loss to Pittsburgh, we bounce right back the next night with a, what was the score? 3-1 victory over Nashville. We were 0 for 2 on the power play and gave up another power play goal. So overall, it was a pretty solid week for us. And anyone on waivers right now? Nope. Let's check. Still 1 to 2 weeks, 1 to 2 months. Everything good. Yep. All right. Let's take it one more week. Actually, let's just finish out November and sim all the way to December 1st. Alright, so here we are on Sunday, December 1st. First of all, let's have a look at the end of November. What happened here. So going backwards, we lost 4-2 to Vegas. I believe we had the backup in for that game. Yep, Eric Comrie. Yep. We didn't have a single power play, so that was okay. And we gave up a power play goal, so that wasn't what we've been giving up a lot of power play goals lately. I might have to go back to the way that was. I might have ruined our penalty killing defense. And we lost 5-4 to the LA Kings in regulation. We gave up 4 goals in the second period to the Kings. Alex Turco, Moore, and Turco. Ooh, that's rough. 0 for 3 and 0 for 3. My goodness. And I believe there was another game in there. Yep. We beat Nashville. We come back and we beat Minnesota 6-2. Gunler 3 points. Henrique Velarde. What was our special teams on this one? We were 0 for 4 on the power play, but 0 for 3 on the penalty kill. So it's kind of, I don't even know what is wrong here or what I need to do to fix it. We did have a minor injury a few days ago, but he is playing through it. And we'll check out the emails now. Kaprizov, I don't really see too many trades or anything. Top selling jersey, Hellebuck, of course. Our development. Anyone grow again? Noah Gunler, Logan Stanley, nothing too much. Connor McDavid, Draisaitl, Pasternak, Matthews. Yep, that's more like the best-selling jerseys in the NHL. Trade Adam Bachvist for a second. I think he's been traded twice so far this year in the last 2 months. But that is all the big emails, so we're going to just go ahead and delete those. We'll have a look around at our stats. We're third in goals, third goals for per game. Our power play is 12%, second last in the NHL, but our penalty killing is 8th, about 85%, which is good. I'll take that. How many games have we played? 24 games, so we basically have 2 or 3 point per game players, 23, 23, 22, not too bad. No negative media focused players. Our harmony still with open hostility, we're 14-9-1, so it doesn't seem to be hurting us that much. Job security up to an 82, doing pretty well. And most of the whole team, even with the open hostility, is happy because we're winning. You can see up happy, harmony, ice time. Let's look at our goalie stats. Connor Hellebuck, 14-6-1 with 3 shutouts, a 236 and a 920. If he keeps that up, he might actually have that Vezina season. Injuries day to day, still 1 to 2 months for Kyle Connor. Waivers, nothing. I haven't seen one player on waivers yet. But we are on December 1st, so we're going to go ahead and check our monthly budget. But let's see our schedule. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 home games, so we will adjust to try to get as much money as possible. It's going to cost us 20, but hopefully we make like 300. And then our scouting tournaments, we do have a lot of tournaments here. So do we have the Swiss ice hockey? Do we have a scout from Switzerland? No, so we're just going to go straight across again. Not too much. We do have some decent scouts here. I fired most of them like 3 months ago in July on day 1. And I only hired a couple that were good. Alright, so there's that. Let's check out the scouting to see what's going on here. Anyone on the watch list? Or any players, really? Adam Benake. Nothing on development. I should check the development screen for our players, see what happens. Watch list. James Hagens. Ooh, that's pretty good. Alright. Still on the watch list. Who's this player? Oh, Michael Misa. First overall pick. Nice. Anyone else we really want to look at? Victor Eklund. Is that the brother of William Eklund? I'm not even sure if that's the same, how you say or spell the last name. Anton Frundell. I already have a feeling who I want to draft. This Ivan Ryabkin from the KHL. I want to make sure I get him scouted because he is a player that I really want to try. Even if I have to trade up to get him, I will do that. But yeah, everything does look... Who is this? Jordan Gavin, not too bad. But one more thing we should actually do. Scouting priorities. Let's change the priorities. Let's go to Eastern Europe. Go to prospects. Because our watch list is pretty much, yeah, all scouted. So we'll go prospects. Eastern Europe. Obviously Russia. Yeah, that looks good. International tournaments and the other leagues. Because we don't need the watch list, we don't need the NHL, and we don't really need free agents. I don't really care much about free agents at this point. Yeah, they're nothing good there. Alright, we're going to leave it there. It is Sunday, December 1st. We have a game at Dallas. We are 14-9-1, which I believe is second. We are tied with Nashville. We're 2 points behind Nashville, but we do have a game in hand. So we're in second place. I thought we were going to be fighting with Nashville, and we are. Colorado still has not picked it up. They're 7-17-1. I wonder if they have injuries or what. Oh, yeah, look at this. Landeskog, McKinnon, Tynan, Arturi Lehkonen. Yeah, McKinnon's out indefinitely. Ruptured tricep. Landeskog, yeah, sore knee. I think he might be getting ready to retire. He had a setback in his rehab in real life, so we'll see. But that right there is why Colorado was really suffering. It's basically, does Colorado have, yeah, Mikko Rantanen and Cale Makar. That's about as good, and they don't have a goalie, so that's probably why they're hurting, which is good for us. We might be able to get lucky in year number 1. But that is the end of the first 2 months of the season, so let me know what you guys think. If you have any suggestions on how to fix this power play, second from the worst in the entire league, 12%. Let me know whether it's changing the power play lines, anything you see, anyone I could add or move around, let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one.